What a beautiful day. Galactus is not invading. No shitty video game movies coming out of demonic portals. Nothing but beautiful fall leaves. Wait a minute. Fall? Oh my god!
Hello, Erod. You are not trying to avoid a little bargain?
Just skip the feeble banter, bone bag. What horrible horror movie do you want to start with this year?
Ooh, testy, aren't we? Fine, let's get the show on the road with a movie that finished turning a respected horror franchise into a complete joke. The Seed of Chucky. Any last words, Erod?
Only 4. Let's go, Blockbuster Buster!
Let's go, Blockbuster Buster. Let's go, go!
It's not a very good month to be a bad movie. In a world of uncertainty, where movie theaters are plagued by remakes and sequels, in a world where big budget movies can still suck, in this world we have the Blockbuster Buster. Greetings, slashers and slayers, I'm Erod and I'm the Blockbuster Buster, and welcome to Halloween Havoc Part 2. In the world of horror, the concept of the killer doll, marionette, or puppet is nothing new. But out of this subgenre, only one true icon has risen, and that is Charles Lee Ray, also known as Chucky, the Killer Doll. Originally a serial killer slash voodoo practitioner, Charles Ray transferred his soul into a good guy doll after being mortally wounded by pursuing police officers. Ever since, he has embarked on a decade of destruction in his ongoing quest to transfer his soul into a new body. Now, Chucky is one of the few horror icons that has the distinction of always being played by the same actor, Brad Dourif. Something he used to share in common with Freddy Krueger and Pinhead, but we all know that that's no longer the case. Like nearly every horror franchise imaginable, the Chucky movies eventually fell under the horror movie curse, where they start off good and then they get really stupid. And Chucky's one of those characters that has no happy medium. Either people think he's scary or they just see a silly animatronic puppet. And the last 2 movies being idiotic parodies of the originals didn't help matters. Now, if you haven't seen the last movie, The Bride of Chucky, here's a lover. Sup, pendejos? I'm a lover. You wanna know about the Bride of Chucky? I'll tell you about the Bride of Chucky. So like, Chucky is like a killer muñequito and shit, and sexy ass Jennifer Tilly wants to bring him back to life, so she gets a cop to sell her Chucky's head, and she rebuilds him, and she does a voodoo spell, and she does a sexy dance for him. Damn, Jennifer Tilly, I'll be your killer muñequito anytime. So like, Jennifer Tilly wants to treat Chucky like a baby and shit, and Chucky's all like, fuck you, bitch. So Chucky turns Jennifer Tilly into a killer muñequita, but she doesn't want to be a killer muñequita, so they decide to go to New Jersey and get an amulet that will turn them back into people and shit. So they hire some dude and Katharina Hegel to take them. Mira, Katerina Hegel, if you want some Latino heat, you know what to do. So during the road trip, Chucky and Jennifer Tilly kill all these people and shit. They blow up a cop, and they drop some glass on some honeymooners, and they shoot nails at Jack Tripper, and then they celebrate by... Oh, that's not right, fool.
Wait, what? Have you got a rubber?
Have I got a rubber?
Yeah.
Tiff,
What?
look at me. I'm all rubber.
Mira, papi, why you have to make me watch all this nasty kinky shit? I'm sorry, a lover, I didn't think you'd mind. Mira, hijo de tu madre. Anyway, the point is that after Chucky and Tiffany do the Humpty Hump, Tiffany gives birth to another killer doll, which sets the stage for today's feature. And I know what you're thinking, there is no way that they could make something worse than the campy silliness that was The Bride of Chucky. But they found a way. So our movie begins with Chucky's sperm traveling down Tiffany's. Ew! Damn, that's the opening to the movie? Ugh. I can't even bring myself to make a Look Who's Talking reference. Hell, I don't even think the gorehounds in the audience want to think about 2 dolls. Let's just move on to the next scene. So we cut to a classic Chucky slasher scene. Well, that's more like it. You know how this goes. Chucky stalks and kills the grown-ups and then goes after a little kid so he can transfer his soul into their body and he pisses his pants?
Everybody my age pees their pants. It's the coolest.
No, Adam Chandler, I would have to disagree. So it turns out that what we just saw was a dream that Chucky's son was having. Yup, that's how they introduced the new killer doll. He pisses his pants and wakes up from a bad dream. Yup, he got pissed on and I'm getting pissed off. Wait a minute, is it just me or does Chucky's son look a lot like Miko Hughes from New Nightmare?
Rex saved.
Ugh, jeez, let's just leave that in the past. So Chucky's son was allegedly found at a cemetery by this random British goth guy who now uses him as an attraction for a goth puppet show. A goth puppet show? I thought the only goth puppet was I'm back, bitches! Oh, and by the way, the goth puppeteer named Chucky's son Shithead. Oh, trust me, I don't need a punchline for this. So we cut to a graveyard where both Chucky and Tiffany are stalking Santa Claus, and...
Cut.
24, take 1.
It was a movie? This is the second fake out in less than 20 minutes. Is anything ever actually gonna happen in this movie? So it turns out that Jennifer Tilly, the actual Jennifer Tilly, is playing Tiffany in the movie.
Nice tits.
Thank you.
Huh, it's nice to find a girl that can actually take a compliment. Wow, that puppeteer was a little bit forward. Would somebody mind? Thank you, Tiff. So, Shithead sees his animatronic parents on TV and decides to run away so he can meet them. Wait. Outside of the fact that Chucky and Tiffany are also dolls, how does Shithead know that those are actually his parents?
Fuck you very much.
Dumb.
So Shithead arrives at the creature shop where the animatronic Chucky and Tiffany are kept. He conveniently has Charles Lee Ray's voodoo amulet, which he proceeds to use to bring Chucky and Tiffany back to life. Oh, wait! I am willing to accept that he has the amulet. After all, it was left on the same graveyard where he was born, so he might have picked it up. But one of the best established rules in the Chucky movies is that to bring Chucky back to life, you have to use a piece from his previous body. Like how they used his original skull in part 2, or that little chunk of his face in part 3. Hell, Tiffany has to steal what's left of his shredded face to bring him back to life in Bride of Chucky. These are not the original Chucky and Tiffany. The dolls themselves point this out.
Look at us! We've had makeovers! We're movie stars!
And while we're on the subject, I clearly remember that in the first 2 movies, every time Chucky's brought back to life, there was this badass explosion. No consistency, no badass explosion. What would the real Chucky have to say about this? My feeling exactly. So the animatronics guy walks in to do some maintenance on the dolls when... Not bad, good form, and nice use of teamwork. I'd give it a 9.5. But this brutal murder scene apparently makes Shithead pee his pants. So the son of Chucky, the killer doll, is afraid of murder. Would you like to add some seasoning to this delightfully delicious dish of disappointment?
Let's see. I think I'm gonna call you... Glenn.
Glenn? What kind of name is that for a girl? Don't listen to him, honey. From now on, your name is... Glinda.
Glenn or Glenda, like the Ed Wood movie. You're actually referencing whom some consider to be the worst filmmaker of all time. Well, here's the difference between Ed Wood's movies and this movie. You see, Ed Wood made his own original bad movies. He didn't go around fucking up well-established film franchises, you assholes! So to settle the argument of gender, Chucky and Tiffany check Glenn's bathing suit area.
I'm as anatomically impaired as a kendo.
So, if he doesn't have anything, how does he keep peeing his... Why do I care? In the middle of all this, Jennifer Tilly walks in looking for a candy bar that she hid in Chucky's overalls.
Oh my God. You look so real.
Wait for it.
You look so real.
Wait for it. Wait for it!
Delayed reaction!
Oh man, that delayed reaction would have made Abbott and Costello so proud. So now that Jennifer Tilly is connected to a murder, this increases her popularity tenfold, which opens the door for her to have more acting opportunities, like playing the Virgin Mary in a movie directed by the rapper Redman. So Jennifer Tilly is playing the Virgin Mary.
What's so funny?
Oh, nothing. You have a really nice tact. Tact for picking dignified roles. This development leads Chucky and Tiffany to decide to transfer their souls into the bodies of Jennifer Tilly and Redman. Whoa! Chucky is going to possess Redman?
Just think. Chucky's gonna be a bro.
Cool!